In the past 5 years, I've closed over 3,000 sales personally. I'm going to show you the framework that I use to get it done across every business. In fact, not only do I use this, every single salesperson on my team starts off doing this. It's a 4-step framework we use. Let's dive right in with posting. All right, it's not rocket science. The more you get seen, the easier it is to scale by far. And it's not just for me as the CEO, it's for each one of our team members compounded. So where everything starts, it's an easy win for everyone on your team, is this posting. So I want to tell you 2 rules that I have. I only have 2 rules that you need to think about. Once we get with this formula, you should be able to get to about 10,000 views a day within 2 or 3 weeks of just starting from scratch, all right? Once you get there, then we can talk about all the rest. But there's 2 rules that I want to follow. You see, Facebook wants to see the engagement, right? Like they want you addicted to their platform. So why would they, if you're only posting once every 6 weeks, once every 2 weeks, and it's all over the place, why would they want to show your post to someone else? They wouldn't, because even if you have an incredible post, why would they want someone addicted to JC Height if JC's never going to post anymore? It's oxymoronic for them in certain ways, right? So the first thing is just consistency. So in fact, I got a message from Facebook just yesterday that said, thank you for posting 6 times a day. You've been doing that for 3 or 4 weeks. So here's the deal. It's 6 times per day. Every single day, right? So this is rule number 1 for me, 6 times a day. And I will tell you, it is Monday through Sunday. You see, the world that we live in is all about relationships. It's about relationships. People want to see you. They want to know what you're doing. They want to know what you're about. And here's the deal. I cap this. Everything creative we have in business, we have to be very cautious as entrepreneurs at uncapping it. Because you could literally spend 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours posting this 6 times a day. I give myself 30 minutes. Literally 30 minutes. All right, I got 5 minutes per post max. And by the way, I do it in about 15 to 20 nowadays. But I have 6 a day. Now I'm going to show you the process of which I do this in just a second, so bear with me. The second part of this is that 80% has to be personal. So we're going to post 6 times a day. 80% has to be personal. Anywhere from 4 to 5 posts a day have to be personal. Because here's the other side, right? Facebook, what's going to happen is whenever people engage with your content, what does Facebook do? It shows it more. So when I post a picture of me and my beautiful wife and like, oh, that's so cute, that's so cute. What happens the next post? Facebook is going to tend to show them that next post, right? And so are they going to comment and engage on your content if 100% of his business? Absolutely not. So here's the deal. 80% of our content has to be personal. It could be about your life, about your background, about your story, about your dreams, wishes, you name it. Again, I'm going to show you the process here in just a minute. But the rules are 6 times a day and 80%. So what's my process? All right, so my process, number 1, it starts the day before. All right, throughout my day, I need you to start building the habit of just documenting your day. Just take pictures of your kids, what's happening, a sign, a billboard, a church, a building, you name it. I just lost my cap. But the number 1 thing is we're just going to take photos. The next day when I go in, I have my 30-minute time. Number 2 is I want to schedule a recurring meeting. Every single day, for me, it's 7:30 to 8. It's before my day starts, from 7:30 to 8. Every day, it's a recurring meeting. And I don't skip it. It's my actual time. All right, number 3 in the process, right? This is where I actually post my 6. What I do here is I look at a few things. Number 1, I go straight to my phone and I pull up, like, what was the things that I did just yesterday? So I go to my photos and I just look. What are the things that I did just yesterday? Is there anything from yesterday that I can post today? And again, I only have 5 minutes. It's the best I can do in 5 minutes, right? So I'll look there. Maybe there's 1 or 2 posts that I can do right from there. Number 2, I'll go to ChatGPT and I'll just ask it like, hey, here's what I do. Here's what I'm about. Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what's on my heart, on my mind. Give me a Bible verse that has to do with this. Give me a quote that has to do with this. Give me a story that has to do with this. Give me anything. Chat is going to be my next friend, right? Number 3, I'm going to ask questions. Guys, questions are really good for engagement, especially around your storyline. So this could be personal questions or it could be business questions. Well, personal, Hey, where did you meet first? My wife or me, right? We're both online. Hey, where did we meet in the first place? Hey, for business, I'm thinking about this speaker or this speaker. Who do you think would be a great speaker, right? So questions are a really, really big one. So again, we're trying to figure out ways to post here. The goal here, step one, is I want you to get to 10,000 views per day. And it's really simple. It's not rocket science. As we're starting to sell, every single salesperson you have that's getting started with you or yourself, if I get 300,000 people to see you a day, could that not generate 10, 20, 30 leads? Absolutely it can. So the process here, step one of this framework, the 4-step framework of dramatically increasing sales, is posting. All right, number 2 is engage. Engage. So what is it if we post every day, but we don't actually engage with the folks that are potential clients, right? And so again, this is the most simplified yet powerful way to grow. This is step 2 of the 4-block framework. By the way, number 3 and number 4 is where it gets really nuts, all right? And I'm telling you, this is go. So, all right, so engage. Now, before we start engaging, there's one very important setup that you got to do, all right? That is your Facebook profile, all right? So we got 3 elements here that I need you to get done ASAP because we're going to drive people here. People are going to come to your page. You don't need ads. You don't need automation. You don't need anything. With the things that I'm going to tell you here is going to automatically drive people back. So here's number 1 is your profile picture. It needs to be professional. It needs to stick out. It needs to pop. All right. It needs to look good. Right. We want to work with folks that look professional. They look good. They look put together. Right. Like I'm not trying to hire a bum on the streets. And so if you want to grow, let's set ourselves up for success. Number 2 is your banner. Okay. This Facebook banner in the back. Think of it like a billboard. This should tell you, everyone in the world, what I do. Facebook can be the biggest platform that you've ever seen in terms of growth if you use it right. If you use it right. Well, JC, I don't want to do that because I got my friends on there. Okay, cool. Well, then you're going to have to spend a lot of money on marketing. You're going to have to grow in other ways. But if you're sitting there and you're tired of not growing, then this is what we're going to do. All right. Number 3, you actually can take a post. I want you to make a post on Facebook, something about your business. It needs to be a story. It needs to be a great video. The best you've got. And then I want you to pin it to the top, right? So these are the 3 things because again, when I start sending traffic because you're going to do these 3 things for me to create engagement, when they go to your profile, I want them to be like, wow, this guy serves LinkedIn stuff and I've been looking for that. Wow, this guy's an HVAC in my community. I'm going to keep note of that. Number 1, when it comes to engagement, these are so simple yet so powerful. All right, is I'm going to comment and engage. Starting off, you're just getting started 20 times. All this is this simple. I want you to scroll through Facebook and engage. Scroll through Facebook and engage. And it helps you in several ways. Number 1, if you comment on someone that you halfway know, what are they going to do when they see your posts? Well, they're going to comment as well. And when people comment, the algorithm spreads it to more people. When people engage, it spreads it to more people. Number 2, someone you don't know at all. Maybe you just added them as a friend, right? And so this person you comment, what do they do? Man, who's George? Who's this guy that commented? What are they going to do? They're going to go back to your profile, right? Another reason to do this, right, is something interesting, engaging, where you comment other friends, right? Like you're circling. Everybody wants to feel a part of something. And you're helping create that by engaging and commenting. And again, ultimately, you're driving people back to your profile. All right, step number 2 is we're going to add 5 friends a day, right? There's no particular order. Put this number 1. I'm going to add 5. Now, whatever your market is, that's who I'm adding, right? So if I'm an HVAC guy, I'm adding local folks in my community. If I am a course seller, I'm going to add whoever my niche is. If I'm a marketer that serves roofers, I'm going to add a bunch of roofers. Am I going to DM them? Absolutely freaking not. You're not going to do that. That's so stupid nowadays. We're building relationships. We're not just sales engines, right? Okay, so we're not going to DM them. We're just going to add them as friends. When you add them, what happens? They're curious. They go back and they look at these, right? How many of you guys have added someone as a friend? They DM you 2 seconds later, and you're like, man, I'm so happy that you did that. Never. Doesn't work. All right, now number 3, and man, I've been testing this. This works so good, is I go into other groups that I'm a member of, and I engage and post there. All right, so just like once a day, this is a little bonus for you, all right? Not super essential to the foundations here, but this is really good here. All of this stuff, you should spend no more than 30 minutes. I am telling you, you're laying a ridiculous foundation. If you put posting 30 minutes in your calendar and engaging 30 minutes in your calendar every day, it will change your entire business over the next 6 months. I promise you without a doubt. All right, so we've got posting. Now we've got engaging, the first 2 steps. The next one is where we really get serious. All right, the third and the most crucial part of all of this, we're posting, we're engaging, we're building our audience, is our hot list or relational list, however you want to call it. So there's a few things of what makes this incredibly good for CEOs or new sales folks that are just getting started. Number one, CRMs can be complicated. They can be a little robust, a little intimidating. What I'm going to show you is the most simple yet effective way you could possibly do this thing, all right? Number 2, I'll be honest, a great salesperson actually does its best at relational aspects. In fact, the best salesperson is going to engage with people, right? Engage and serve people. The best salesperson is going to serve, right? Like engage with the audience, build relationships. They're going to serve the audience no matter what they need. I see people often like, hey, I need a handyman. I need this. Hey, let me help you. Let me push someone to you, right? And then the best salespeople are going to follow up. This system helps you do all 3 of these things, and it's phenomenal. Okay, so here's the setup, all right? The first thing that we want to do is I'm going to throw into this sheet here. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull up a Google Sheet. And in this Google Sheet, I want you to do a couple of things for me. I want you to put name, phone number, the next meeting, all right, status, notes, and then the last meeting. All right, once you have the 5 columns, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to create status. This is mine. So new lead, I'm trying to connect, right? I'm in communications. Interested, following up, close one, close lost, and then book no show. These are the ones that I have on my system, right? Now you can create whatever. Now you can see this is kind of that part of a CRM in here, but I'm gonna show you this is so much more simplified to use, all right? The next thing I wanna do, very critical, is I wanna create a conditional formatting on here. So if you go to format, conditional formatting, if date is today, I'm gonna make it dark green. If date is before today, it's red. Now, we don't do red, all right? I'm gonna come back to this here in a little while, right? And you can see here, I'm just making up stuff here as we go, right? So I got Bob George, I've got the phone number. This is the setup. I have the next meeting. So if this was in the future, you can see here, and all these should be in the future, right? We don't have red. And then what's my status, right? By the way, comment below if you want this template. I'll shoot you the template. Okay, your hot list should be a relationship system. So let's do some math here. Let's say you're a realtor. A good realtor sells about 50 homes a year, all right? 50 homes a year. That's not a lot. The average homeowner moves every 6 years, which means that if you had 300 close relationships, I mean, you just really honed into these relationships every single month, every single week, every single year, these 300 people, pretty much you can guarantee that you'll sell 50 homes. The problem is that we have loose relationship among thousands and thousands and thousands of people. The encouragement of this is to build a little bit deeper functional relationship. Once you have the setup right, there's really 3 steps here, all right? There's 3 steps. Number 1 is every single day, I wanna add 5 people, all right? These 5 people can come from leads, they can come from all sources, but really they can come from people that have engaged with me in my posting, that I have engaged, that I'm talking to and building a relationship. But every single day, the first thing is I want to add 5 people. I do this. JCI doing millions in revenue across the portfolio companies. I have my 800 people, because that's what we're going to get to, 800 people. I add 5 people every day. Number 2 is every single one of these person, when I add them, I am going to update my notes. Now I'm going to show you how I do that. The way I do it is I put 12-29, I text it, right? 1223 NA, right? And then they were asking for boss, right? So the next time I talk to this person, I'm going to just come in, I'm going to put 3-2 and put a dash. And I'm going to play, talk to them, had a great call, has two kids, talking to wife, whatever my notes are, and then I'm going to press enter. The next time I come in, it's going to be 3-17, and I'm going to put my notes on this one. That way, it's super simple to me. I can look at every single client, and I can see exactly when I'm going to talk to them, right? So the first thing I do is I add someone, and I put in the notes. The next thing I do, super critical, is when am I next meeting them? All right, is this someone that I'm talking to on a monthly basis? I need to follow up next week. I need to follow up next year. I need to follow up in 6 months. Like, what does the relationship look like? Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put like this one's tomorrow, or hey, this one today. I have a meeting later today with them, so you can see it's going to turn green. So every day I'm going to add my 5, and I'm going to put notes and put when I'm going to talk to them again. All right, then all I'm going to do is step 3. Once I add my 5 people and I put the notes, I'm going to get rid of green. It's that simple, right? So every day I walk in, I added my 5. Now, who are the 5, 10, 15, 20 people I need to talk to that day? Now, here's the deal. There's a few different things getting rid of green means, because getting rid of green is really just adding to the relationship, all right? So some of these are like true sales, right? I'm following up, Bob. Hey, are you ready to make it happen? I already have talked to them. We've already had the relationship. I've already sent proposals. I've already da-da-da-da-da. Like, it's true sales. Some of them are just check-ins. Hey, man, I was thinking about you today. How you doing? What's going on? It could be, I saw the post you did. What's happening? Da-da-da. What happens whenever I go in and I ask them, hey, Bob, how's your day going? They answer, da-da-da. Then what do? JC, how's your day going? Oh, man, my day's going really good. I got this big Scale Stability Summit coming up in 4 weeks, and man, that's my focus right now. I'm just crushing it. You know how busy seasons are. Now, depending on the relationship, depending on who it is, I may go in more sales mode. Like, dude, you wouldn't by chance be interested in going to my summit. Or I may lay off the pedal. Depends on where I'm at, right? These could be research, right? So research. It could be where I'm messaging them and I'm going, hey, what's I have this thing that I'm working on. You're in HVAC space. Could I spare 20 minutes of your time? Now, I'm doing that because I've already engaged with them a lot. They've engaged with me a lot. I've already built this relationship. This isn't a cold DM with someone I've never talked to whatsoever. Don't do that. This should never, ever, ever be the first time you talk, right? Never, ever, ever, right? So I'm adding 5 friends. I'm taking notes on those 5, and then I'm getting rid of the green every day. What ends up happening here is that you end up, and I'm going to blur this one out, what you end up with is this sheet like this, and I've got 100 or 200 people here that I'm following up with. And then I can end up filtering this, and I can do A to Z. These are the ones that I need to follow up. These are the ones that I need to follow up with today. These right here, right? So I have 7 people. Because what happens when I'm in sales is like, I'm already thinking, I'm like, wait, what was the latest with that person? And then I go look in the CRM. I can just look right here. Hey, when am I supposed to follow up with that person? Doesn't matter. If it's green, it's today. If it's not, it doesn't matter, right? And so every single person, I'm adding 5. I'm taking notes. I'm getting rid of the green. So we're posting every day, 6 times a day. We're engaging, comments, likes, and then now we're communicating. We're actually building the relationship, right? Okay, so if you're following here, you're starting to see how this like flows together, right? Like none of this works without the other thing. I can't just talk to people if I'm not building engagement. I can't just engage with people if I'm not producing content. These things flow together, and it creates this incredible framework of relationship building, of creating this hot list. And you can see how if I've got 5,000 friends on Facebook, what's the chances of me selling 2, 3, 4 different deals this month? It's highly likely. It's highly likely if we're doing the right things. All right, we're on to number 4. All right, so we're posting, we're engaging, we get the hot list. This all ties together. And then the 4th one is the most simple one. And I actually spoke on it here, but I'm going to reiterate it as its own point because it's so critical and we all mess it up. You see, as entrepreneurs especially, and salespeople, we're really great at saying, oh, I need to follow up with this guy in 2 days. But then 2 days later happens like, I don't want to annoy him. I don't want to follow up with him. He's probably busy. And so what do? We either ignore the task or we push the task. And so for the 4th deal, if you want to be incredible at sales, CEO, you got to get rid of the ego. Or you got to get rid of the ego. You got to get rid of the, I texted someone just the other day that I talked to 4 times. I'd messaged them 4 times and not one time did he respond. And finally, hey, I'm so sorry, right? The reality is I already have the no, I'm going for the yes, right? So I'm posting, I got engaged, I got my hot list, and the next one is just simply no red. We created the conditional formatting here. We told ourselves I'm going to follow up on this day. In the moment, you said, this is when I need to do it. And the reality is that we leave those in red or we push them. And here's my encouragement. If you do these 4 things, what you end up with at the end of a year is 800 folks that you're actually talking to on a regular basis. That you're actually talking to. Of those 800 people, if they're any type of relationship whatsoever, of those 800 people, anywhere from 50 to 100 will actually be interested in what you're doing. And because you are posting and you are engaging, these 50 to 100 people are going to be substantially more likely to buy from you because they like you. They know who you are. They see your kids. They see how you treat your wife. They see how you engage in the church. They see who you are. And this 800 leads to conversations. It leads to interest. And ultimately, it leads to business. Now, the best part about this is you can multiply this because in our organization, let's just say for our next big summit that we've got me doing this. I've got my 800. We've got Yul doing this. We got his 800. We got Danny doing this. We got her 800. We got Karen doing this. We got her 800. Guys, that is 3,200 relationships that we're doing without marketing, without ads, without billboards, without any type of crazy content that's ridiculous, without filming YouTube videos. This is 3,200 folks. If our event has 1,000 people, right, and the average person buys 1.7 tickets, we only need to sell about 600 tickets to this event. Between 3,200, do you think we have a ridiculous chance to sell those 600? Absolutely. And so, post, we engage, and ultimately, we have no red. And this will change every bit of your business and give you the foundation to truly scale with stability.